Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and I am going to be talking today about part two of creating order from the second chapter of Gretchen Rubin's book, Outer Order, Inner Calm. I've said before that when I was doing the minimalism game last month in September, this book helped me get rid of so many things. So many things. So I have done two videos on the first chapter called Making Choices, and this is the second video on the second chapter, Creating Order. So this is a continuation. So if you are interested in those other videos, they are up and check them out. So we are to, gosh, I've numbered all of them. We're to number 15. So many of these things are just so incredibly good. They're awesome. And some of these things I actually found myself when I was reading the book, I was like, I did that. I kind of did that. I could see some of these things that I had done myself. So anyway, the next thing she's talking about is assigning each day a task. And she talks about the Little House on the Prairie books, which I have all of them. And she said that basically washing was on Monday, ironing was on Tuesday, mending on Wednesday, churning on Thursday, which we don't churn anymore, clean on Friday, and bake on Saturday, and rest on Sunday. And I mean, I read all those books and I remember that, but my grandmother did that. She did do the washing on Monday. She did do her ironing on Tuesday. My grandmother did these things. And I remember that. I remember that as a kid. So assign each day a task, and those tasks for you are going to be different than obviously what Laura did back in the 1800s. But some of them we still do. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. And I think I have done this. Create a mystery box. Because too many times there's odds and ends. Everybody has things in their house where it's just like, I don't know what to do with this. There's screws that you don't want to throw them away because they might be used for something, but you don't know what it is. Keys. I have keys right now that I don't know what they go to, but there's a part of me that doesn't want to throw the keys away. So basically, you have those little odds and ends that kind of just show up in your house. You don't know what to do with them. You take a box, you put the stuff in there, and then you could put a date on this box if you wanted to. And then a year from now, if you haven't used anything, oh, that's like, I have an example right here. I don't know what this goes to. It goes to something electronic, but I don't know. Something like this. You put it in this box, and if you have not used anything in that box, throw it away. If you haven't used it in a year, you don't need it. So that's a good thing. Oh, this is a good thing. Imagine, and I do this. I have done this. Imagine you're throwing a party 2 weeks from now or a month from now, and pretend. And you look around your house, and if you know that you're having this big party and you're bringing all these people into your house, what would you do? It's real easy when you go into every room. you would know, okay, got to take care of that, got to take care of that, got to get rid of that, got to clean this. Yeah, it's like it's easy. The other way you could look at it, if you didn't want to do it that way, you could do it like, and this is right up my alley because I was in real estate for so long. And I could do this. I could play the realtor on my own house. But basically, you have a realtor coming over, or you play the realtor, and you look at your house through the realtor's eyes. And they're going to tell you, because I know I did this. When somebody's got stuff all over their refrigerator, I'd say, all that has to go, because that's just clutter when you look at it. A few things on the countertop, but not too many. I know how to do this. And what I need to do is tell myself and play the realtor. I could definitely do that. Or if you're, say you're going to be a B&B and you got somebody that's coming to stay, how are you going to look at that space? You're going to look at it differently. You definitely are. Okay. Identify an exact place for everything. And I wrote all of these down that she said. These things specifically, you need to know where they are. Passport, flashlight, vegetable peeler, Band-Aids, AA batteries, heating pad, pair of scissors, last year's tax returns, screwdriver, birth certificate, teaspoon measure, and packing tape. You know, some of these things, it's just really good to know exactly where these things are. It's very, very, very good. The next one is get organized, but not too organized. You can get too specific. Take, for instance, you have a young child. And I mean, I had three little boys. And there were times where I organized their toys, but I over-organized them. I like to sort things. I like to have certain colors together. I like to do that. And all they had to do was come in and play with it one time, and they were all going to get messed up again. And here I had spent a lot of time separating and sorting and stuff. Crayons are the same way. They're all going to get in there together. So don't waste the time, because that is over-organizing. The organizing. Storage containers. There are people who love storage containers and just keep buying them to put all of their stuff, and then they put a lid on it, and they have it in the basement or they have it in the garage, and they have no clue what's in any of them. Basically, what you want to do is you want to go through your stuff, get rid of the stuff that you don't need, that you don't want, and then take storage containers to organize that. But don't just because you basically get to the point to where you didn't have to buy all those storage containers. Get rid of a lot of stuff and then organize from there. And Julie Morgenstern, I've talked about her before. I've got her book, Organizing from the Inside Out, and that's exactly what she talks about. She said, yeah, you need to, she calls it containerizing, but that's after you have sorted, after you've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Then you use the storage containers to store what's left. So storage containers are important. She uses French here, and I'm not very good at French, but it's a mise en place. I never had heard of this before. But basically, that is a chef, a French chef, who, from watching the cooking shows, they have everything laid out in these nice little glass bowls. They have everything measured. They have everything there ready to go to make this meal. And that's kind of what you need to do in your house is have certain things in certain places ready to go. Now, one of the for instance that she had that Gretchen talks about is stamps and envelopes, your checkbook, your pen, address labels, that kind of thing. And when I was writing that down, I thought about it and I thought, there's not too many of us that do it that way anymore. We're paying our bills online. I don't know exactly when she wrote this book. I don't know what the copyright is, but I don't think a lot of us sit down and write checks and use envelopes and all that. But I see what she's saying, you know, and take that however you want to. Oh, this is a good one. I do this when I am in the kitchen and I'm cooking. I've always done this. Cleaning as I go. So as you're cooking, as you're using dishes, you wash them. Just keep going. And then what happens is by the time you're all done, you don't have a huge amount of dishes to do because you've done it as you've gone. And I have done that before. And I don't even remember because I have every organizing book on the planet, I think. So I must have gotten it from one of them, but this is definitely the best thing. Oh, this is good. And I think I have done this too. But, oh no, wait. Oh, okay. I got it. I have done this, but I think I've done this kind of unconsciously. But say you're in a hotel room, and because it's an unfamiliar space, when you're in your house, I know where my keys go. I know where my purse is. I know where all those things are because I have a place. But when you're in an unfamiliar place, like a hotel room, or if you're staying with a friend or something like that, all of a sudden you don't have those places. And what she talks about and what I have done is you can have a tray or a bowl or something, and that's where everything that's important, like if you're in a hotel room, that's where you would put the key card, your phone, your keys, everything that's kind of important to when you're walking out the door. It's in this one central place, and that's just where it's at. I have done that. I've done that for a really long time. And I just don't think that I ever really thought about it. I just did that because in my head, even if I'm in an unfamiliar place, I have to know where things are. I don't want to have to go looking for something. And that is how I've done it. And she talks about that too. This is another thing that I did. I had three boys. They were 2 years apart. Any of you out there who have kids, have had children, multiple children, even one child, there is a lot of stuff that they have. There are things that your husband has. And what I did, because I got so sick of it after a while, and it took years before I finally did this, but I bought bins for everybody. And they were the ones that had a little pocket in the front so you could put a label on it for whatever reason. I just put their name on it. And she talks about this. Same thing. What you do is when you're going around the house, because I tend to go around each room in a clockwise fashion, and you find something that is somewhere that it shouldn't be, you put it in their bin. If they come looking for it or they can't find it, at first I had to say, go look in your bin. After a while, they knew, oh God, I can't find that. They'd just go there and they would find it. The other thing that she suggests, which is really good, is having another bin that's just have no name on it at all, because there are going to be times, if you've got several people in your house, you're going to come across something and you don't know who it belongs to. Most of the time when my kids were growing up, I knew whose stuff belonged to who. I would tend to know that, but every once in a while there would be something come up and you'd be like, I don't know whose that is. Well, you have a bin for the stuff that you don't know who it belongs to, and then they can figure that out. And it's a wonderful system. I used it for quite a while and I loved it. I positively loved it. And because now I live by myself, I don't have to do that anymore. If I can't find something, it's my fault. And then she talks about, this is another thing. And I haven't put the hooks up yet, but I need to do that. She talks about okay, you have clothes on. Maybe you didn't wear them that long. They're not dirty enough to go in the hamper, but yet you don't put them with your clean clothes. So what do you do with them? That's that in-between thing. And I need to get some hooks or something, because I have got clothes right now. If you went into my bathroom, I've got clothes that are kind of on the top of the toilet tank that I have there. I have some other clothes that are laying on top of my hamper, but they're not in the hamper. I did that too. And so, yeah. Now you can have hooks inside your closet and hang them up that way. Or you could just have a specific drawer. And I've done that. I've done the drawer thing, but I tend to forget. But just put them in the drawer. And then you'll know they're not clean, they're not dirty, you're going to wear them again. And it just makes such sense. And it gets the clothes out of sight, because I've had them laying on my bed, never on the floor or anything. Never done that, because once they're on the floor, they're dirty. But anyway, the only other thing, that's it for this chapter. I can't remember the name of the next chapter, but I think there's only 4 chapters, so it's not super long. So we'll do a few more videos in the month of October for this creating order. It's just awesome. This book is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I'm sharing it with all of you because it just helped me so much, and I thought, you know what, this is something I wanted to share with you guys. The other thing, I went to Aldi, and I think I have the best wax melts, because it seems like everybody has a warmer, whether it's a Scentsy or what it is. There's all kinds of them out there now. I have found the best. I talked one time about buying them at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Sorry, I worked today. I'm really tired. $1.25. And I mean, they were okay, but they didn't smell for that long. And even my Scentsy ones that I get from my bosses, for $2 a piece because they're the scents they don't like, and I happen to like them, so it worked out okay. I've been kind of disappointed with Scentsy, with the scents themselves. They haven't lasted all that long, so that gets me to my point. I have bought 3 or 4 fall ones from Aldi. And the last one that I bought was when I was at Aldi the other day. It was on Monday. I bought one. It was a new one, and it was just apples. And I cannot tell you. I put that in there yesterday. My house smelled like apples before I left for work. It smelled like apples when I got home. Smelled like apples when I got up this morning, and it still smells like apples now. I tell you what, the scents on the wax melts at Aldi are the best that I have found. They're wonderful. The scent stays longer. It really does. And I think their melts are $1.89. I can deal with that. $1.89 sounds good, because brand new Scentsy ones, I get them from my bosses for $2 because they don't like them. But if I was going to buy those new, they're like $7. No, not worth it. Try the ones at Aldi if you have not tried them. The other really cool thing that I got at Aldi, I kind of got a thing for candy corn. I don't like the candy, but it's the only candy that looks like fall. I love the look of it. And last year at the boutique store, the kitchen boutique store that I work at, they had a candy corn candy dish, or candy jar, excuse me, candy jar. Cutest thing. And I bought that because I just thought it was adorable. And I bought candy corn to put in it. And what's really cool is candy corn is still there because I don't eat it because I don't like it. So it's decorative and it looks really great. Well, then this year, we at the store, we had a skull, glow in the dark mug, but the handle on, I'll have to show it sometime, next video. But the handle is candy corn. And so I didn't buy it for the skull, even though I do think that my grandson, who's 2 years old now, eventually he's going to really love drinking hot chocolate out of this thing. He'll probably think it's so fun because he's a boy and it glows in the dark. He'll just love this. But anyway, he's a little too young for that right now. But the handle is candy corn. And then we had these plant stakes that were candy corn, so I had to get that. These are not frugal things. I have to tell you, I do splurge on some of this stuff every once in a while. I just have fun, especially when it comes to decoration. But then I went into Aldi, and there was a candy corn Sherpa pillow. It was the cutest thing. And I thought, I have got to get this because it was the last one. It was the last one. So I don't do that very often. Usually I'm very practical, very, very practical. But I kind of have now got a little bit of a candy corn collection. So I'll have to limit myself there. But when I do my home tour sometime this month, you'll get to see all the decorations that I've kind of collected over the years. But anyway, if you have found value in this video, I really hope that you're enjoying this book and these things that I'm sharing with you from the book. Some of these things, like in this video, I have actually done, and I was doing before I read it, but they're wonderful things and they really do work. And I just wanted to share this with all of you. So if you have found value of this, please subscribe, comment. In the month of September, I got more comments than I ever have before, and I really, really love that. I am at a number of comments to where I can respond. I mean, someday, who knows, maybe I'll get to the point where I can't respond to everybody. But right now I can, and I really, really enjoy your comments. If you share it, like it, subscribe, comment, all those things help the algorithm that YouTube has to get the video out to more people. And, that's a good thing. That is a really good thing. And so, anyway, like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.